Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario. I know, change of scenery, change of camera, all that stuff. I'm currently using my webcam and the webcam mic on there, so we'll go ahead and see how everything is. I thought the quality was passable, so we'll go ahead and do that. At least it's still in HD. But anyways, getting into this Sony conference. First off, unbiased, I just want to say, Sony murdered everyone. Mainly Microsoft. They murdered Microsoft with this conference to the point where I'm persuaded to get the PlayStation 4. That's going to be my first next-gen system. I know that for sure. I don't own a Wii U. I really don't have an intention of buying one unless I can get one for cheap. I was iffy on the Xbox One. Chances are I'm probably still going to get one at one point in time, not immediately. But this PlayStation 4, Microsoft, you lost this one. As a person who's owned, Xbox 360s in the double digits, because, I've resold them, I've modded them, it's my hobby, and I've owned multiple Xboxes. I've used Windows since I was a kid before I could even walk. Sony's making a comeback here. So we're going to go ahead and get into this, shall we? Now, let's go ahead and get into this crazy stuff right here. So first off, the Sony press conference, they had, a great montage as normal. And I apologize, I also can't really talk too loud right now, but going back to this, had a great montage, and they were kind of poking fun at MS, saying that gamers want to buy a system to play games, and that's it. Well, I was kind of thinking, isn't that what Sony did this generation? They did the opposite. PlayStation 2 is all about games. PlayStation 3, they tried to market as a multimedia center, and it was pretty lackluster, to be honest. And this is coming from a person who absolutely loved the PS1, PS2, and the PSP. So, PS3 for me was a failure. Honestly, the PS3 is my least favorite console this generation. Next generation, it's looking like PS4 right now. But aside from that, we're going to go ahead and get back into the facts here. Now, they had a really bad delay. I'm talking, it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock my time, and the conference officially started at 8:17. That was even worse than Microsoft's delay. It was bad. Now, when they first got into it, they had the montage, and they were saying that the PlayStation Vita has been out for almost 2 years. 2 years. Now, we know the PS Vita hasn't done that well, but it looks like the PS Vita is going to be doing really well when it's paired with the PS4. This is what it's been waiting for. And from what I've been told, the PS Vita is not a bad system. I wasn't really impressed with it, but I want to buy one. Sony, this is what I'm saying. Give me a reason to buy a Vita, and I'll go out and I'll buy a Vita. But aside from that, no, not going to be getting one. Now, first off, they were saying that the Vita is going to be getting some HD remakes like Dead Nation, Flower, Final Fantasy X and X-2. It's also going to be getting an exclusive Walking Dead 400 Days edition of the Vita, which will be coming exclusively to that. Of course, it's going to be a nice little system. They haven't really detailed anything, but it's going to be the system, the Vita, probably a design. I'm assuming there's going to be a design. It's going to have the first season of The Walking Dead, and it's going to have The Walking Dead 400 Days with it as well, the video game. Now, they were saying that the Vita can be used to play PlayStation 4 games, which I'm extremely excited to see. And they were pretty much calling it the ultimate companion device, which this is what I'm wanting. The PSP was supposed to be the ultimate companion to the PS3, didn't turn out too well. PlayStation Vita was supposed to do a bunch of stuff with the PS3, again, nothing. Nothing big, at least. So PlayStation 4, this is where it's at. It is the next gen handheld that is here in this gen. So first off, they had to put out footage for The Last of Us, which day is Monday, it's going to be coming out Friday. I am excited about that. I actually really have to pre-order that game because I need to get my hands on it. So again, as I said in the earlier video, I'm going to be dusting off the PS4. But Last of Us looks amazing. Puppeteer? No, we're going to pass on that. Rain looks very amazing. I was amazed by it, and I'm going to say amazing a lot because this whole conference was amazing. But Rain looked astounding. I loved it. I love the concept of ghosts. I love things like that, so I was impressed with it. I definitely want to play that. It's coming out fall 2013, so if anyone wants to play with me, well, it's going to be single player, but we'll see what's up. Beyond Two Souls, very excited for that. I love Quantic Dream. I loved Heavy Rain. I'm definitely going to be picking that up, for sure. Gran Turismo 6, I'm not even into racers. I used to be when I was a kid, but I'm not into them now, and I was blown away. It looks so good. And as the person up there said, not too shabby for a platform in its 7th year. Those were all for PS3. Batman Arkham Origins was shown, which looks great. Excuse me. I was very impressed with that, Batman Arkham Origins. I've heard some meh things about it. People have been concerned because a different company is heading the development, but I welcome the change. I'm excited to see this. And of course there's going to be a lot of DLC. There's going to be exclusive skins for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, I guess, and I'm not looking forward to that. I think it's going to be on PS3. Yeah, it's PS3. We're still dealing with that. Grand Theft Auto 5, the PlayStation 3 is going to be getting an exclusive console bundle of Grand Theft Auto 5 along with a Grand Theft Auto 5 headset that's going to be coming out. So those are two awesome things to look forward to. Always good to know. And apparently there's going to be 300 other titles, 300 more titles that will launch before the end of this year. That's insane. I'm sure most of them will be digital download, but that's still quite a staggering number for a console. Now they came into the PlayStation 4. They unveiled it. It is a box as what was shown in the teaser trailers and as what was teased. But I don't know how I'm feeling it. It's slanted, like there's slants everywhere on the system. That's the only way I can describe it. And it's like a third glossy and 2/3 matte black. I don't know what's up with it. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. They were saying, yeah, we were designing this so it would look good in any entertainment system, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling it for some reason. I really don't know why. I'm just not that into it. I was very impressed with how small it was, though. Very small system for a next-gen system. I was shocked. Now, The Order was the first game that was shown. And to me, it looks amazing. I was absolutely impressed with the graphics on this. Killzone Shadows Fall came out. I've never been a Killzone fan. I still haven't played them, but I played a demo for like Killzone 2, and I wasn't into it. Drive Club looks awesome. It's going to be, kind of an online MMO car driving game, and looks awesome to me. And Infamous Second Son, I knew nothing about this game, but I was so drawn into the trailer that I watched, and I loved it. It looked so good. Knack, they showed that, and I don't know, it was there. And they had a Quantic Dream 12-minute demo. 12-minute tech demo from Quantic Dream. So, tech demo, I've already expressed my interest in tech demos. Pretty much what I've said for tech demos. I don't really care about them. They're impressive, but they're not going to sell a system to me. Oh, alright. Just somebody came in. They're not going to sell a system to me, is the thing. I've seen tech demos that have looked astounding. The Wii had a really great Hummingbird tech demo that I mentioned earlier in my Xbox, my PlayStation conference review. And it wasn't, there's nothing on the Wii U that has been announced that's come close to that. There's nothing that shows the graphic power that was shown in that tech demo. So, tech demos really don't appeal to me. But Quantic Dream was there. I was like, you know what, I gotta see this. And it was for the Dark Sorcerer, which is supposed to be a game. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a game. And tomorrow they're going to be doing an actual tech demo for it. Not tech demo, well, they're going to be showing the whole tech demo. They only showed about a minute or two of it. But they were doing, like the whole blooper CGI thing, which was hilarious. Like, I encourage people to watch it whenever it comes out. And the intro looked a lot like Diablo 3, so I was like, wait, is Quantic Dream doing like some type of Diablo 3 spin-off or what? But it looked amazing to me. I loved it. Then Transistor was shown on stage. Transistor is from the same people who did Bastion, which I enjoyed Bastion, and honestly, there's no reason for this to be on PlayStation 4. It doesn't push any graphic power on the PlayStation 4. There's nothing on the PlayStation 4 that really needs it. Sure, it's going to be easier to develop for, but it's not a next-gen title. It does look good, though. Now, they went into the whole indie developer thing, saying that now indie developers can publish their own titles to the PlayStation Network service, which is great, seeing as they had to jump through hoops on Xbox Live, and Microsoft hasn't really treated indie developers too well. But Don't Starve is coming to PlayStation 4. Octodad is coming to PlayStation 4, these are all new titles. Outlast, Secret Ponchos, a remake of Oddworld, the original Oddworld, which is going to be called Oddworld New and Tasty, Galaxy, and like 2 other games that I didn't get the names for. But they all look like great indie titles that people would pick up. So, going on with that, I have a 2-page Word document right here, and this is where it picks up. So first off, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 are both going to get Diablo 3 with a few exclusives, like exclusive items and such, which didn't appeal to me. I've played through Diablo 3 on PC. Console gamers are missing out on that. It's not that good of a game. It's cool the first time you go through it, and after that, it's not that good. But what really excited me was Final Fantasy 13 Versus. If you don't know, before the PlayStation 3 even came out, they had Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13 Versus. Final Fantasy 13 is the one we know of today, and Versus 13 is the one that was supposed to be a darker, edgier version, an alternate universe almost, of Final Fantasy 13, an alternate story to that. It was supposed to be a darker, grittier version that was done by the same studio that was making Kingdom Hearts. The same team, at least. So it was supposed to play like Kingdom Hearts. I was so pumped for that because I'm a Final Fantasy fan and I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. But Final Fantasy 13 came along. Final Fantasy 13-2 came along. Final Fantasy Lightning Returns is coming out in less than a year. So where was Versus? They showed us a trailer and it looks astounding. But it's not going to be Versus 13. It's actually going to be rebranded to Final Fantasy 15. So we're still getting it. Final Fantasy 14 is an online game in case you don't know. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is alive. I'm so excited for that. It is now official that Kingdom Hearts 3 is in development. You have no idea how much that excited me. A friend and I were texting about this, and my friend said he shed a tear for this. This was amazing news. These two games were the reason why, were like some of the driving reasons why one of my best friends and I bought PlayStation 3s. And yes, it sucks they're not coming to the PlayStation 3, but they're going to come out next gen, so I'm going to have to get a PlayStation 4 just for that. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan anymore, but it looked great. However, graphical glitches, not really graphical, but there were 3 glitches. The game froze up, the game slowed down, and the game crashed at the end. Ubisoft, don't make Assassin's Creed a yearly title if you can't live up to it, if you can't have a stable build at E3. I was astounded with that. There's absolutely no reason for that. No reason at all. E3 is like a resume. You have no window to mess up with. If you mess up, you're done. That completely killed it for me, honestly, with Assassin's Creed 4. I don't care how good it looked. That game is not ready. By any means. It should not be a yearly series. Watch Dogs looks astounding. If you saw the demo, there's one part in there where there's a character who has a new motherboard, and he's like freaking out about it because it's a prototype. I felt like that would have been me. I was laughing when we got to that part, but that definitely would have been me there. Now, there's also going to be mobile integration with it as well, which is going to be cool. Like people, if they're playing on mobile, they're going to be able to help you out if they do a mobile thing. It's kind of like Smart Glass with the Xbox, which I'm really excited to see. Now, the new 2K, NBA 2K14 was shown, and the graphics there are insane. I don't even mess with sports games, but I was impressed by the graphics. It was insane. We had Elder Scrolls Online. The beta for Elder Scrolls Online is going to be on PlayStation 4 first. Mad Max World Premiere, just a pre-rendered demo, but looks great. More exclusive DLC for this. Now, this is where the PlayStation 4 shines, okay? We're at the end. We're at the home stretch. It supports used games. So that means you can you buy a disc and it's yours. You can lend it out to a friend. You can resell it. You can play offline. There's no licensing. They fully support used games. It's going to be exactly like the PlayStation 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Congratulations, Sony. You won me over with that. Cross-game chat. And during this, people were also chanting Sony. Just saying, Sony, Sony, saying that. PlayStation Plus members get free games. I'm going to have to buy PlayStation Plus when I get a PlayStation 4. I'll get a year membership. The Destiny world premiere was shown. Bungie and Activision. Two heads that were, colliding. Bungie did Halo. Activision, they head Call of Duty. Holy matrimony right there. They're combining. They did, Bungie is developing Destiny. Activision's publishing it. So happy to see that. And Microsoft, how embarrassing is that? The company that headed one of your head IPs for your systems two of your systems that are out right now is showing a world premiere of their new IP on your competitor's system. How embarrassing is that? Destiny looks amazing, by the way. Finally, game streaming. So you'll be able to stream games in 2014. And the price, $399. 399 euro and 349 British sterling pounds. So yes, people overseas got screwed over a little bit, but $400, that's perfect. Honestly, I would say I would get an Xbox One a lot sooner if it was $400, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be $500 when it comes out. $400 for a system like this, I might pick this up day one, honestly. I might. Anyways, my overview, what I have to say, my final words, Sony won everyone over. Sony won me over again. I'm going to be giving my business to Sony first. Very excited to see this. But anyways, this is Mr. Mario. Signing off. Excuse me. Signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone. And, Microsoft, you disappointed me this year, man. So sad. PS3's back. PS4's back. Sony's back.